The Harman Kardons were slightly a lower level below the Bang & Olufsen, but regardless, I was having a high-end music system. I was going to listen to a high-end music system at home for the first time. So my room was not as big as this Asian guy's room, mind you. I had a very small room. I was actually staying in a bed sitter. So I got home and I placed the speaker in a corner. You know, my friend, my neighbor came knocking, literally, like, wait, do you have like a Nganya system in your house or what? And he looked at that speaker and said, wow, is it that small thing that is producing that sound? I was amazed. Do you know, I was now listening to music with my mouth wide open because I couldn't believe like these things could produce very nice sound in a small, and now the sound was even bigger because now I have a small room, it's filling up the room. I couldn't bump up the volume up to the highest I think I went was half the volume. I couldn't go past that because now it would turn into a wild party and maybe the landlord or the agent would chase me away. So yes, I used this speaker for a while and wow, everyone who came to my house like was just wow, okay, and they checked out the speaker online and they said 20K and people say, oh okay, this guy seems to have money, but anyway, I had gotten one that was second hand and everybody wanted. Now, any person who listened to those speakers wanted to own a pair of Harman Kardon, you know, the big brand for big boys. So after a while, you know, with these things, you never feel like you're satisfied. So I felt like I set out to go on a mission of getting Bang & Olufsen. And remember, that guy was selling them for 30K. I saved up for that thing for almost 7 months. I had that 30K. I'm going to buy the Bang & Olufsen. For the first time, I'm going to listen to high quality music. But too bad that Bang & Olufsen had been sold. It was not there anymore. And now I was told myself, do you know what? I can go for a high next level Harman Kardon that I can get. So the one that I had was Harman Kardon Onyx Studio 5. Very nice speakers. Then at that time, after 7 months, it's when I realized that we have a newer version of the Harman Kardon, and that was now Onyx Studio 6. It was circular and big, and actually the music was next level, but still I yearned for that Bang & Olufsen. So for you guys who have been following this channel, you know very well that I have 2 sets of Bang & Olufsen speakers. But then, for today, finally, I'm happy to tell you that I've gotten a hand on some quality Bang & Olufsen speakers. And this one here, and this one here. When you compare it to whatever I've been reviewing here, you can see the length, right? It's small. And you'd say like, okay, do they sound as good as the Celestion 5 or the Cantons or the bigger Bang & Olufsen? Let me tell you one thing. Those speakers might be big, but the kind of sound that comes out of this thing is so detailed. It's detailed to the next level. You know, if we have snares on that Celestion, that big Celestion 5, hey, please help me with that Celestion 5. I think you guys have to see, we need to compare these things. Yes, just hold this for me. Yeah, thank you. So, these are the Celestion 5s. Big boy, right? If you put them side by side, you'd say like, Eugene, come on, this is a joke. But, I don't know. If you listen to this one and you listen to this one, most of you would prefer this. And the kind of bass that comes out of this thing, My goodness, someone listened to these speakers, it was a day before, and they were asking me, why is your subwoofer? That bass is so good, it's too good. Why is that subwoofer? I want to get that kind of subwoofer. And I told them there's no subwoofer. Actually, it's just these two speakers. They produce very quality bass. You can listen to nice amapiano, nice hip hop, and yes, of course these are big box. The bass here is louder, but louder is not necessarily deeper. So the bass in this Bang & Olufsen is deep. When you listen to music, you listen to music in terms of frequencies, and bass, the deep bass that you can hear go as low as 20 hertz to 110 hertz. Don't bother yourself if you don't understand anything. But what I'm trying to say is that this has a deeper bass. It goes low as 30 hertz. So the bass might not be loud, but it's deep. So you'll be able to hear the kind of bass that you've never heard before when you have this. Though this bass here will go louder, so it might fool you, or some people would interpret that this one has bigger bass. Yes, it has a bigger bass, but it's not the deepest bass. So this one has very deep bass. And then on the higher end, like where you have the snares and the voices and the instruments, now this one is a tiny bit sharp. Female voices, you can tell this is a female. A male voice, you can tell this is a male voice. It's like night and day. I'm not saying these speakers are not bad. They are not by any means bad at all. Actually, this is high, and you'll really enjoy. You'll enjoy your party with this speaker. But just for music listening, for the love of music, if you like quality music, if you don't like that loud music, just reasonable volume, just the right amount of articulation, this one will do the job. So these ones are the Bang & Olufsen Beovox CX 100. These are a set of old speakers. Of course, I review a lot of vintage things. This might not be as vintage as you think. This one is a 202 speaker. If you want to call it vintage, yes, but it's 202. This is better than 90% of the music systems that we have in the market nowadays. And I'll be bold enough to say that these ones sound better than the Onyx Studio 6 that's out there, because of, Onyx Studio 6 is just one speaker. It produces very nice sound, but it's just one speaker. If you have it on stereo like this, if you're listening to music that is on stereo, you can hear the left-right channels playing around nicely, well articulated, and it's sharp, but it's not ear-piercing, There are sometimes instruments can be sharp, the voice can be sharp, and you feel like, oh no, you want to cover your ears. This one doesn't have that at all. Like, you really want to listen to music, you just want to, I don't know, you can listen to a whole album using this speaker. So, of course, this was just a video to tell you where my love for music systems came from, and I just felt like I should introduce this Bang & Olufsen. We'll go into a deep, detailed review about them, but I hope that you'll like the story, and I'll be doing more and more of this, trying to show you how I liked each and every brand. The top 10 brands, we'll be reviewing top 10 music and some of the music or some of the songs that you can use to test your speakers. But then watch out for that. But promise you, this is the real deal. Until next time, I'm Eugene.